Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon. I'm a chief engineer here at Dext, and today we are going to be launching Relativity on its third ever mission, and this time with TITAN-M2B module to low Earth orbit. As you can see, we are continuing to be fueling nominally. All systems are good for launch. We had some issues earlier today, but that's nothing that cannot be fixed. And as you can see, we are go. Everything look good. An amazing time today. And we've noticed that there is something a bit off with Launchpad. Yes, and that is that we have added Christmas lights onto the launch tower. The Christmas lights are there so that you are able to see the beauty of the Christmas. But currently, there are no issues whatsoever. We are continuing to track nominal weather, and we are go for launch. We're at minus 9 minutes 8 seconds. Teams have been polling a few minutes ago, and we were all good to go for launch. We had some issues with pressurization on the first stage and with engine chill on one of the engines, but currently we have got no major issues. Here in chat we've got our flight engineer anime, which is going to be providing some more inside data from the launch pads and from our mission control at Florida, where all of our mission controllers are sitting and are tracking the vehicle as it prepares for the launch. A few weeks ago, we had launch of activity with Fair One. That launch has been one of the fun ones, as we had multiple issues with the vehicle, but everything goes as planned for this launch. We have got no major issues with the vehicle. All systems are continuing to look nominally, and we are 7 minutes and 31 seconds away from the launch. I'm gonna say hello around to the chat here. All systems are looking nominal. We have got no issues with the launch vehicle currently. The fueling performs to be nominal. So let's get ready for the launch. As you can see, we've got some tower vent here as well as the launch vehicle vent. And it's because we're continuing to be fueling the launch vehicle. In a few minutes, we're going to stop that vent at approximately minus 2 minutes. And we're going to be starting to pressurize the vehicle to flight level. That means all systems are going to be ready for the launch, and there are not going to be any issues with the system whatsoever. We had on the previous launch multiple failures, and there was also one miracle. We're gonna do a quick recap of the previous launch. We were launching from this launch pad that you can see on the screen currently. That's Launch Complex 41 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. The first stage has ignited successfully and took off from the pad at the planned launch window. The vehicle was performing nominally, pitch downrange was good, and MECO was completed successfully. While the separation, we had issues with pressurization of the hydraulic systems that separates two stages. That means when the second stage ignited, it destroyed interstage, but the first stage has been successfully entering the Earth atmosphere around 8 minutes after the stage after the launch. It had deployed chutes, but it had issues with grid fins, causing it to spin out of control and to crash into the water. On this launch, as you can see, we have got no grid fins. That means we're not going to be attempting reusability, as this long payload requires as much W as possible, and the grid fins as well as some actuators, and the recovery system weighs some tons, and it's lowering the needed performance, the performance that it can get from the launch vehicle. The mission has been kind of success until a fairing separation, when the fairing has deployed and it has destroyed second stage, causing rocket to lose power. Thanks to our emergency systems and to flight controllers at the launch center, the teams has took over the control and were able to separate and ignite the Starfleet kick stage that has been made for providing additional systems. In a few minutes, you will see tower vent closing. That means the fueling will be completed and we're go for pressurization. We're currently away from the launch, 3 minutes and seconds approximately. We are no issues with the vehicle. As you can see, everything looks good. We're gonna be doing a night launch today, and if anything fails due to weather, we were we are needed to change the launch date to and after New Year, which means something we certainly do not want to do. We're hoping to launch today. We're hoping that everything goes well, and we hope that all systems will be performing as planned. And this launch can be called also return to flight, but not necessarily. But we are still trying to make relatively as reliable as possible. In approximately 6 minutes, flight management system will arm and will go from check. If this is on, all systems are looking nominal at this point. We've got no issues with the vehicle. And we are 30 seconds away from ending tower minutes. So let's watch mission controls from our tracking cameras, and let's watch as the wind will go away in around 16 seconds. There you can see tower run has stopped, as well as fueling vents from the first and second stage. Those vents are for engine chill and for pressurization. All systems are looking nominally at this point. We have got no holds planned. Everything is good. So we are 1 minute and 41 seconds away from launch. We are getting closer to T0. At 1 minute and 0 seconds, relative will go to the flight terminal count system, automated terminal count. Flight controllers will take systems and they go to the launch vehicle. And we'll be preparing to launch. We are 1 minute and 15 seconds away from launch. Everything looks good at this point. Stage 1 and 2 are already pressurized. And we go for launch. Relativity startup. There you heard, relativity is in startup. Flight systems are go for launch. We're seconds away, so I'm gonna close my mouth. Now I'm gonna let you listen to the launch of Relativity with TITAN-M2B module, the Titan station, and under collaboration of Daxt and Wolf Aerospace. And 5, 15, oh, let's go for launch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, ignition, 1, 0, launch command, and liftoff. Go Relativity, go TITAN-M2B. And a wonderful view here from our track cameras near the launch pad as Relativity goes up into space on its third mission. Stage 1 performance looks good. No issues on the vehicle. All systems are performing nominally. Tracking stations at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station are currently tracking the vehicle. No issues on the systems. First stage is performing nominally. You can see on the graphic all 9 engines on the first stage are performing well. And you can see metal 3 engines vectoring to keep the vehicle in its intended trajectory. We're launching from the night, so there's not gonna be that much of an amazing footage available, but all systems are looking good. Vehicle is nominally approaching downrange, as was confirmed from our vehicle engineer. All systems are nominal so far. Vehicle is supersonic, that means that's past sound barrier, and it's now traveling faster than a speed of sound. Everything is looking very good at this point. There are no issues with the vehicle, and we are continuing to see nice plume expansion, nice lighting of the engine section on the first stage. You can see the engine's looking good. We have got no issues. Nothing is wrong with the launch vehicle so far. Hopefully this means that everything will be going good as was planned. Flight engineer has mentioned that the second stage is now performing engine chill as it's preparing for the staging in a few moments. A few seconds away we have passed also max Q, which means maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle. That means the vehicle has passed the peak in its pressure that was put onto it, and that means the second stage and first stage, as well as the fairing, are now having a smaller and smaller pressure on them, making them not under big chance of a failure. We're just a moment away from main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start, as well as fairing jettison from the payload section, where we have got our TITAN-M2B module stored at the moment. We have MECO, main engine cutoff. Second stage has separated. And second stage has ignited its two engines. This going to perform nominally. We've got our onboard views from the second stage. All systems are looking good so far. We have got nominal second stage ignition. That means that we have passed point where we have failed with the previous mission. We have got also successful fairing jettison. That means this is going to be our first ever full successful mission of the launch. This bracket and of all its systems. I switch to onboard views so that you can see the beauty of the second stage as it goes to the orbit. In the upcoming minutes, we will see second engine shutdown, reaching a coast phase that we won't be covering, as it will take approximately 30 minutes before it will reach apogee and go to so-called perigee race maneuver. We will ignite the engines to reach to the perigee. Here you can see second engine shut it down, lowering the engine thrust to reach a nominal level, and there we have got main engine cut off. Everything looks good so far. There are no issues on the vehicle whatsoever. It is now going to be switching over to the nominal systems. The flight engineer has called a nominal second engine shutdown. Everything looks good. We apologize for the issues with the graphics, but as you can see, everything is nominal. The second stage has reached its point where it's now going to coast for a few minutes. And we thank you all for joining in. Have a nice rest of the week. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and we will see you in the next year. We are gonna be now shutting down the stream with commentary, but you will get all information on our social media, as well as a possible launch recap on our YouTube. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.